A massive explosion and fire at Iran's largest commercial port has killed at least 4 people and injured more than 500 others, authorities say. The explosion, which hit the Shahid Rajai section of the port, occurred as Iran began a third round of nuclear talks with the United States in Oman, but there was no immediate indication of a link between the two events. Trump, in an interview with Time magazine on Friday, said that he thought a deal with Iran was possible. Oman's foreign minister announced that another, high-level meeting, was scheduled for the 3rd of May. Unfortunately, at least 4 deaths have been confirmed by rescuers. Babak Mahmoudi, head of the Red Crescent Society's Relief and Rescue Organization, said on the state television on Saturday. Hossein Zafari, a spokesperson for Iran's crisis management organization, appeared to blame the explosion on poor storage of chemicals in containers at Shahid Rajai. The cause of the explosion was the chemicals inside the containers, he told Iran's ILNA news agency. Previously, the Director General of Crisis Management had given warnings to this port during their visits and had pointed out the possibility of danger, Zafari said. An Iranian government spokesperson, however, said that although chemicals had likely caused the blast, it was not yet possible to determine the exact reason. Iran's official news channels aired footage of a vast black and orange cloud of smoke billowing up above the port in the aftermath of the blast, and an office building with its doors blown off and papers and debris strewn around. For hours, authorities in Iran offered no clear explanation for what caused the blast at the port, which is just outside of Bandar Abbas, though they did deny that the explosion had anything to do with the country's oil industry. However, the port took in a shipment of sodium perchlorate rocket fuel in March, the private security firm Ambri said. The fuel is part of a shipment from China by 2 vessels to Iran, first reported in January by the Financial Times. The fuel was going to be used to replenish Iran's missile stocks, which had been depleted by its direct attacks on Israel during the war with Hamas in the Gaza Strip. The fire was reportedly the result of improper handling of a shipment of solid fuel intended for use in Iranian ballistic missiles, Ambri said. Ship tracking data analyzed by the Associated Press put one of the vessels believed to be carrying the chemical in the vicinity in March, as Ambri said. Iran hasn't acknowledged taking the shipment. The Iranian mission to the United Nations didn't immediately respond to a request for comment on Saturday.